My name is Brittany Sahakian, and I'm currently going to California State University, Fresno. I'm enrolled in the Marriage, Family, and Child Counseling program. I'm also taking classes that will get me my professional clinical counseling license. I'm interning at Clovis Community Day School, which is a part of Clovis Unified, and it is the expulsion school that they have. I provide counseling for the students in need. Some of them are contracted to seek counseling services as part of their stipulations for their punishment and being at the school. So my last placement was actually working at a private practice. So with that, I worked with adults, children, couples, families, kind of saw a little bit of everything. Yes, I believe that it should start through childhood and, go throughout the course of one's life, because new things come up for us as adults, as children, as teens, whatever the age may be. So I do feel it is important that people seek those services when needed. A lot of people, however, aren't able to do so, whether it's because of financial reasons, because they don't want people to know about it, because mental health in the past has been stigmatized. It wasn't until more recent years that stigmatization has kind of come down and that wall's been broken down a little bit more. There's still stigmatization there, but it's not quite as intense as it used to be. So I don't think that our system is completely working right now. There are a lot of flaws to it. Like I mentioned, a lot of people don't seek services, and a lot of that has to do with not receiving insurance benefits or having that financial burden of having to pay for their services. So there are some barriers to treatment, unfortunately, for all age groups. What I've noticed is that a lot of the population isn't able to receive those services, mostly because of financial issues or because they're trying to hide it from somebody else. A lot of those people can be victims of domestic violence or abuse, things like that. So they want to hide those services. A lot of times, their spouse or their parent won't want them to seek services because of those reasons, because they're wanting to hide that, don't want to be reported, things like that. But again, one of the main issues is financial. So oftentimes it's even difficult for those to obtain Medi-Cal. A lot of people don't know how. They don't have the means to even apply for Medi-Cal. It becomes very difficult for some individuals, so they never actually even receive those benefits when they could be benefiting for them. Because we don't have enough funding to support it, our programs are often impacted. So a lot of people aren't able to seek those services because they're so impacted and they're on waiting lists to be seen, but it can take sometimes even up to 6 months to a year to be seen. And that being said, when they get into their program, we don't have enough therapists in order to meet those needs because the funding isn't there to hire enough therapists, which is why each of those therapists are very impacted often in the county-run programs. I do think that we could benefit from universal mental health care because a lot of people need services that they aren't able to seek, and without the burden of the financial aspect of it, I think a lot more people would be able to seek those services. Again, because the stigmatization has kind of started to fall off a little bit more, so a lot more people are wanting to receive those services that they need. And mental health, like I mentioned earlier, can cause a wide variety of other issues that affect people in multiple aspects of their life, and a lot of people aren't even able to function on a normal level on a daily basis, and some people aren't even able to leave the house because their mental health is so poor. I know that there are people who only want to leave to seek those mental health services. So universal mental health care could benefit a lot of different things. Crime levels would be down, drug use would be down, and even the economy could benefit from it. Just for depression alone, there are over 200 million lost work days due to that.